everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Jagged Edge. This is Ian here along with Chris.
Hey, we need to get like a tagline for you or something you can come in with.
Well, sometimes I have those variations like the something and something else.
You're trying to express your excitement, and I think like a fun word for you. I don't know. We'll think about it. Come up with it. I was going to use Waka Waka, but no.
Zap, Biff, Bang, Pow.
No, none of those work. But I'm just saying. You know, like how Stan Lee has Excelsior?
Yeah. Like that.
Something like that for you.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in. It's kind of light week. In terms of news for
it was like there was a huge national holiday like right smack dab in the middle of the week that just slowed everything down.
There will be no nerd news because of this really weird day, July 4th. I mean, who even focuses on that anymore?
America. Woo!
To those of you who celebrated the 4th, hey, hope you had a great time. Hope you did a barbecue, saw some awesome fireworks, whatever it is. I did. But no, it was good. Good eats all around.
Good burgers?
Oh yeah. All
right.
I had when you do the you work the steak, so you have the rub. You let that sit a bit and let the marinade, get real good, and then hit the grill. Delicious.
Let's say, is there like actually a plate called the rub?
No, that was part of the actual grill.
Oh,
that was done.
I'll have the rub.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Hey, how do you like your steak? I wondered.
It's, a little less than medium.
Less than medium?
Yeah, it's a little under.
Yeah, it depends. I think my standard where I usually settle on is about medium. But I guess it just depends on where. If I go any rarer than that, so.
Yeah, you don't want to go too rare. I mean, it's I know a lot of people like their stuff like just put it on the cooker for 2 minutes.
Spirit.
And just cut it off the animal and put it on my plate.
There you go. I can't. I
can't either. I'm like, no, I want to see tomorrow. The animal doesn't get to, but I want to. So I won't eat my food raw.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you dig E. coli and stuff.
Right.
Oh well.
I don't like my food bloody. That's legit though, because you get that stuff rare enough. That's
No, amen to that. But hey, nevertheless, even with this really weird holiday, there's still a little bit of stuff that happened. A few things that were out there, mostly on the movie side, and we're gonna get into some of the things we're still looking forward to in 2018. Heading out of the summer into the fall and to wrap up the year, both on the gaming and movie side. But hey, let's look at something that's a bit more of a downer here. That you pointed out that happened. Steve Ditko, he just passed away, age 90.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. This was confirmed by the NYPD, and also I think the article you're saying it was in the Hollywood Reporter. This was just on Friday. This guy is really, like, if you follow any of his work, he's got a lot under his belt.
You can't not follow his work.
No.
Have you ever seen any of the Spider-Man movies?
I don't know, man.
Any of them?
Maybe in some alternate universe. I don't know.
This guy's influence is everywhere. I mean, when you've created the look of Spider-Man, you've had an effect on pop culture.
Yeah. Period. That's infamy. Absolute infamy. So
that's what he's most known for. But we've talked about Ditko's stuff in the past as well.
Right. Utterly iconic stuff. I mean, look, you go into the rest. Speaking about Spider-Man, look, Doc Ock. I mean, Sandman, Green Goblin, Lizard. I mean, shoot. And then later in his career, Squirrel Girl also worked on some Doctor Strange. Bit of an introverted guy. He didn't really do a whole lot of interviews, speak in public much.
No, he didn't like, in particular, you. He didn't say,
any of
that information.
There are a couple of those articles a few years back about when he heard about the possibility of this startup. He made sure to arrange a boycott.
He's got heat with you.
Yeah. Some people got beef. I get it.
He had heat with you.
I get it. I mean, I thrive in conflict. I don't really agree with that many people. I don't even know why you're talking to me.
Yeah, no, I wonder every day.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm being a little jokey. This bums me out. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a legend. This guy has had an influence on culture around the world.
Yeah.
For decades.
Man.
I mean, it's up there with like guys who created Batman or Superman, to the X-Men. I mean, this guy created Spider-Man. I mean, Stan Lee came up with the idea,
right?
But this guy created the look, which is popular and iconic today as it was then.
Yep.
Mind blowing then, but I mean, they've tried altering Spider-Man over the years. The closest has been the black suit,
right?
But you can't do it for long.
You can't get away from good old red and blue. You also can't. It's very difficult to divorce the web shooters and everything. Right. We've had experiments with that in live action films. Trying the idea of like organic webbing and stuff more. But those shooters are so cool because they accentuate who's under the mask, as just as much as they help who's actually doing all the butt kicking and everything else. So, no man. This is all. Go ahead.
Some of his biggest villains.
Mm-hmm.
As you noted, Squirrel Girl's kind of weird, but she's got a cult following.
Yeah.
I can take it or leave it, but whatever. But yeah, Doctor Strange as well. Now he's eventually credited in the Spider-Man comics early on for being part of the creation team for Spider-Man, but it's my understanding that he was the mind behind Doctor Strange.
There you go.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and just thinking creatively, it's making a brand is one thing, or creating a logo, a look, whatever that is, but really sealing something, making it iconic, giving an idea or something that's already there loosely, or there, in word or in spirit, giving it that solid form, man, that's a challenge to do effectively and to stick like what all of this has done. I mean, you look back at all these characters. There's certain things I can't imagine. Spidey without his web shooters. Doc Ock without tentacle arms. Scorpion, without a paddle suit. The list goes on and on. And to do that with so many characters, man.
I mean, just take it back a step and just think of all of the people who were inspired either as artists or just as kids or just as people.
Yeah.
Who look to heroes at a younger age or maybe not even a younger age. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility.
Woo!
He may not have wrote that, but he was the vehicle to which it was delivered to the masses.
And equally important. Absolutely. No, absolutely.
I'll be pouring one out for Steve Ditko.
I was words out of my mouth. I was about to say I hope you pour one out or somebody.
I will.
So,
legend, beyond a legend, his influence on culture will be there forever. And as an artist, as you and I know as an artist, you can only hope that would be something that you can reach for.
Oh, absolutely. That's a creative dream. And it's ironic too. I really feel the art medium is one of those few areas that, contributions. I guess science you could put that in a similar category, but that ultimate goal like that, just to have your stuff proliferate like that and have your work live that way, and then to kind of be assimilated yet become iconic, man, can't ask for more. You can't. So, rest his soul.
Yeah.
There is a screening, or for an uncut screening, that is, of Deadpool 2 that's coming up at the SDCC. This was reported by Collider just this week. 20th Century Fox is going to be hosting the panel Saturday. Today?
No. For San Diego ComicCon.
Okay, San Diego ComicCon. I was like, wait, is there an early panel? Something I'm missing? Okay. No. The panel is going to be called Deadpool and Pals.
Deadpool and Pals. I'm going.
I'm laughing looking at the title of that already. And, but again, this is going to be the premiere, 10 p.m., that day for the uncut Deadpool 2. This has to be hilarious.
It has to be disgusting.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make me want to see it less. I mean, just think about some of the deaths in that movie, and they're probably grosser.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm thinking the what was that? Like the wood chip blender
Oh, it's so good.
stuff. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Maybe hey, maybe you'll see Brad Pitt for more than 1 second this time.
Did we see Brad Pitt for a second?
Literally, he was the Vanisher
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. But did we actually get to see him?
for literally a second. When he hit the power lines and started getting electrified, you saw him, and that was
Okay. That's okay, but you couldn't tell that was Brad Pitt.
you couldn't. You really had to be like squinting. It was one of those moments that you're like, wait, was that Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I had forgotten that
Yeah.
was Brad Pitt. That's right. Yeah, there was also some rumors. I'll just mention this. There were some rumors that Shatterstar is maybe in X-Force, the X-Force movie, but I don't think so. As I researched that was more of a hope of the actor. I'm like, I think you're pretty dead. I think you're really, really very dead. We'll see. He's got a time machine now, so maybe he saves him too. Maybe he saves him just to have him killed again.
He'd do it.
Deadpool would do it.
Yeah.
He was Shatterstar. He how did he die? I forget.
Uh,
That was
Sh-
spoilers.
Shatterstar took helicopter blades to the face.
That's right. I'm like he got
Yeah.
shredded. If I
Yeah, he
remember.
did.
I could see Deadpool saving him a moment before that happened just to push him back into that position.
He even said it like that. That was one of the members he did not like. He said that guy's a prick. That's great.
Yes.
What
yes.
was
So
it?
We'll see what the uncut version brings. Maybe he saves them all.
Hey, he could. Now wasn't refresh my memory. Wasn't Shatterstar the one that had that interview? And he came in and he said, I'm basically better than all of you because I'm alien.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Yep.
That's gold. That's gold.
Yeah. That's and by the way, this uncut version that's supposed to come out. I believe that's going to be available on DVD.
Oh, okay. And hopefully Blu-ray.
Oh my god!
I had to.
Well, apparently I don't know why you had to.
I had to. Oh man.
When's the last time you bought a Blu-ray?
Man.
Because I'm asking that because maybe you don't realize that they just come with the DVD as well.
No, I'm totally messing with you. No, they of course they're hand in hand.
Okay.
It would be really weird today if if for some reason you just want to buy one above the other. Hey, I got a new release. I just want the DVD. Don't give me the Blu-ray. Whatever you do.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I have to get a Blu-ray player for my mom. She still has a DVD player.
She hasn't made the jump.
I had to buy her the DVD player forever ago too.
Man,
Every entertainment appliance she owns, I bought in her.
what's the deal?
I don't know. I think at this point she just kind of assumes that I'll upgrade her appropriately at some point.
She's like, should I? Nah, Chris will help out. Oh lordy,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. All right, and also with San Diego ComicCon, we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. This is an event we're definitely going to be checking out. Trying to cover some of the really good highlights, some of the major events we see. This is one of those epicenters of fandom, of nerddom, of early movie announcements, really cool panel interviews, trailers. It's a mecca for all these things. I've never been to one myself. I'd love to go at some point, or pick a year where I finally can. But I think I'm getting this convention thing down pretty good. From what I'm doing with PAX, I think it's only a matter of time before I try and make it. Hey, who knows? Hopefully we'll take it. Maybe we'll even go together at some point.
Maybe. Yeah. Why don't, if everybody subscribes and likes, then
Hey.
eventually.
In fact, that'd make it a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing coverage on this one. Stay tuned for what we'll have coming out for it. We should be able to space it out to where I don't know how. We probably don't want to do like a focus on like DC specific or Marvel specific. Just cut it down the middle and pick what we think's best.
We'll see. It's really going to come down to how it's scheduled.
Yeah.
What we can knock out in a day and how. I mean, because if they've got them all over the place, if It really depends. If we can do a day focused on comics, then we can, on comic book stuff, then we'll probably do that.
Right.
But if it's not set up like that, plus there's always the surprises. We're gonna get announcements. We're gonna get trailers. It really just depends on how it goes each day. This is a much heftier agenda than even E3. So
right.
it really depends.
Right. So cool. All right, stay tuned for that. Also, along the lines with movies, Gundam is going to get a live action movie. This was also an article from Hollywood Reporter told us this week that the Anime Expo LA. I've never been to an AX. I think that's what they call it for short. One of my early conventions I went to. They have one in Illinois, in Rosemont at the Rosemont Convention Center called ASIN, Anime Central. And that was one of my first exposures to conventions or anime cons. Fortunately, that evolved to PAX.
Did a tentacle get you?
No. A paddle almost got me though.
Paddle.
Yeah, you seen those, right? The Yuri paddles.
Oh, I thought you meant like a paddle, like with a canoe.
No. Oh, close enough. They're kind of like canoe paddles, just a lot shorter.
Did a heebie-jeebie get you?
Fortunately, not.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
you gotta be careful.
Totally off topic. But it sort of relates on topic. Now we're talking about anime. I saw someone at Combo Breaker with a body pillow arcade stick.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, you seen those like pillows that have like character art, like a girl in like a like laying down like scantily clad or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the the whole body pillows. They go synonymously with the meme "Forever Alone," stuff like that. Someone had one of those like large body pillows, but then he had it like his arcade stick, like built over it. Just just something you just don't expect.
I'm already on the Google.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway,
okay, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. I had to throw it out there. Anyway, Gundam live action movies in the works. This is going to be co-produced by Legendary Pictures. The movie's production is going to be overseen by Cale Boiler. This is going to be.
Do you know who that is?
I don't.
I was hoping you would know. I have no idea who that is.
Now, he says that's on behalf of Legendary with the Sunrise creative team. I'd probably.
Sunrise, I know, makes.
Yes. I was about to say, I know Sunrise pretty well, and I'd probably be able to spot a name or two there, but yeah. Spoiler. I thought it was really only a matter of time till we saw something like this. Gundam is got famous themes of the whole giant mecha, geopolitical meets drama. You throw all three of those together, most of the time you have a Gundam series.
They're going to come in and show Pacific Rim how it's done, hopefully.
I hope so. I actually hope so. If there's a series that can, it's Gundam. And a lot of fans will harken you back to the early releases of Gundam. The stuff with the Char's counterattack movie, the original Gundam with Armor Ray, and all that good stuff. That's classic Gundam history. Some fans like pure action more for Gundam. Thinking back to G Gundam, which was just pretty much pure action, all about fighting. But your standard typical Gundam series, or at least that style, that formula, I think that would translate really, really well to big screen. So
okay, so maybe I had the name spelled wrong here. I didn't think I did, but now I'm thinking I do. Cale Boiter. Who's worked on things such as Pacific Rim, Blade Trinity. You may not want to tell people that one. Butterfly Effect, Noah. He's done a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty storied history. This is good. I think this is a good thing. Personally, if my expectations for a Gundam movie, what I'd love to see would be something kind of along the spirit of like 0083, and as I always quote because it was so darn good, 0083 meets 08th MS Team or something like that could be awesome. Because you're going to get everything you would, and it's kind of like a sci-fi thriller with giant mechs. Doesn't get much better. So this can be awesome.
if this is awesome, then that will probably get me to watch some of the some of the animes. If not, I promise you I will never watch them ever.
Okay, okay.
No, I'm joking, but I mean, obviously, if this is really good, then I'm going to want to see some of the source material.
Well, hey, I'd hope, and like I keep saying, I see some of this stuff, the new season of Ultron. I'm like, yeah, I saw Gundam do this. A couple of Gundam series I think Chris would really like. You just need the right one. You just need the right one, man.
Yeah.
And don't say Gundam Wing. Look.
No, why is that? That's Gundam though, isn't it? What's wrong with Gundam Wing?
It's Gundam. But I say to people, I think this is just my opinion. I think if you're getting into Gundam, start with some of the source stuff. I think Gundam Wing and G Gundam are sort of rougher entries into the series because they're very, very.
Were they the search for more money?
That's hard to say because Gundam Wing was super popular. If you go back and if you remember, this was a series that was on the Toonami early 2000s run, Midnight Run, Rising Sun, during the day when Adult Swim was just hitting. Cowboy Bebop was in its prime, Dragon Ball was in its prime, all that stuff. And Gundam Wing was big at the time. For a lot of people, they were introduced to Gundam that way. All that being said, those two series I named are the more action-filled, super overpowered Gundams, ridiculous, like over-the-top stuff. Fun in their own right, but when I think of like really getting down to gritty Gundam, I think there's some other options to start with. So,
all right. Well, we'll see. We'll start with this movie and we'll go from there.
Okay, deal. High bar. All right. On to the comic side. That's a cool little piece of news here. I'm kind of glad we collided in this one. I happened to see this pop up. This was about the upcoming Spider-Verse. Can't wait for this.
You have to wait.
I know.
5 more months.
That's the hard part.
All right. Just settle down.
I'll get my paper bag. Anyway, Collider reported that Nicolas Cage is going to be doing the voice of Spidey Noir in the upcoming Spider-Man...
Is it Noir?
Noir? I say Noir?
I say Noir.
Okay, Noir.
Or is it Noir?
Noir. I'm pretty sure it's Noir.
I'm asking. You're the smart guy.
Noir. I say Noir. Hey, you're plenty smart yourself, man.
Yeah, but you were like the English major, right?
True.
Okay.
Cannot argue with that. Noir.
I struggle with words. As it's been well documented, I can't read. We've been talking about that for a very long time.
We established that early on. Yeah, you're right.
That's Jagged Edge canon. So.
No. So, it's like I just think
Noir.
back. Yeah, Noir. Film Noir. Noir. Make a song about it.
Noir.
No, see, if we're
Spider-Man Noir. Okay, I'm sorry. Why don't you tell them about the news?
All right, now I'll give you that real quick. Noir's a little quicker to say, but technically you'd have to nix the I. Then you'd have Noir. Then it would just be straight Noir. Anyway.
America.
Yeah. Oh man, Spider-Man Noir is actually a fan favorite here. They say that. I'm a huge Spidey fan, and I've never seen this.
Well, yeah, but how much of the Spider-Verse did you read?
I know, 0?
That's right. Shut up.
0. As you can probably guess from the name here, Spidey Noir is a much, much darker version of the character. This comes from a 1930s take of the Marvel Universe during the Depression.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he is
cool.
A favorite. You haven't seen it. Doesn't mean he's not.
They had a version of Ninja Turtles that were like that too.
Oh sure.
Yeah, that was fun. They had in fact, I think the new Turtles animated cartoon had an episode where they were jumping Turtles universes and they ran into the Noir universe.
They did something. Oh geez, I think about 10 years ago or so now. Well, maybe not quite that long ago, where it was a big anniversary. It was like the series final of the reboot that came out, started several years ago, where they meshed all the universes.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of fun. It was well received. I didn't get to see all of it, but I did catch some of it. It looked a lot of fun. So this tells me 2 huge things. Nicolas Cage, who, people say what they want about his career. He's fun. He's Oscar winner. He does good stuff. He's got a memorable voice, so that's going to be cool to hear that. I'm having a little bit of a hard time picturing him as this particular Spider-Man, but it's not, he's got depth. You don't see it in all of his stuff, in the vast majority of his stuff, but he does have depth.
He does.
But this also confirms that Spider-Man Noir is in this movie, and we have not seen too much variation of the Spider-Mans from the trailer so far.
Right.
We've seen a few variations, but we haven't, so now I wonder how Spider-Man crazy is this movie going to get?
Yeah.
If they're pulling out the Noir one, which they probably, I'm sure they didn't select all of them because there were literally hundreds of them in the Spider-Verse thing. Right. But, to that being said, there's an infinite amount of them in the multiverse, but, they probably picked Noir because he was one of the more favorited Spider-Men. But that makes me more excited for this. There's obviously some really good talent, voice acting in this, and they're pulling some Spideys out from all over the place. So
love it, man, love it. This is early spoiler. This is one of the main things for the rest of this year that I'm really looking forward to. That I cannot wait to see. It's going to be kind of cool to have a reverse perspective on it. I will be coming at this one, unlike probably a lot of people checking it out, without having that comic background. I'm going to keep it like that.
I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority.
Yeah. Oh, man. I want to, I'll probably have that. And like you were saying with Gundam, after seeing this, I am going to make a concerted effort to actually go back and check out, some of the source material for it so I can really get my head around that. This sounds awesome. So, you get good pool of creative talent, awesome voice talent. The animation already looks awesome. So, yeah.
I'm trying to get you a picture here of Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, do if you have. I was gonna say, now, is he rocking the whole Dick Tracy long coat and all that good stuff or not?
Oh, don't you just hold on 5 seconds?
Some people can't wait. Don't be holding my Spider-Man hostage. Man,
the internet too.
The stuff I go through. It's ridiculous. You ask for something simple, it turns into this.
There you go. There's a decent picture.
Ah, you see. Yeah, you see. That's more like it. Let me pull this up.
He's got a gun.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah.
That is really
look
cool.
Them up, people. Obviously, we can't share with you because this isn't live. Spider-Man Noir. That's Noir.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's awesome. He's got action figures and the whole thing. I said it's just you.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, I love the goggles. That almost lends a kind of light steampunk style feel to it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It is a light steampunk style as well. Again, we're talking about 1930s, where the beginning of the industrial age. It's factories and pipes and smog and cars. With no regulations on exhaust or anything. So yeah, there's a little bit of feel to that.
I love it. And that jacket of his, that coat is just waiting for a scene standing on top of a rooftop, blowing majestically.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool, man. All right. Yeah, no, good piece of news. On my side, it's pretty light. I was hoping to dig up some more stuff with gaming. Really, it's a lot of follow-up to stuff that we've talked about, some of the mergers, some the group that was over the Marvel Heroes MMO and whatnot. Some more details came out on that, but nothing really groundbreaking. One of the few things that I saw there, we did have a trailer that came out for Yakuza. I have not played the Yakuza series, but I know it's got a pretty dedicated following to it. That has an upcoming game. But of course, all the stuff we've seen from E3, there's a lot more in that constantly coming out. More talk about Anthem, more talk about the Switch titles we have launching, including Starlink, all that good stuff. And of course, Bungie messing with Destiny 2 and showing their release. Now, I guess I'm just going to throw this one in. This was something that I'd nixed. That's enough worth saying, I think, to leave it on this segment here. Bungie decided to stagger Destiny 2's prestige layers, the release dates for them. So if you if you keep up with Destiny, you probably look at the way how they run seasons and how they do things like cycles and the different releases that they do. And this was an update that was provided by their senior designer Joe Blackburn. And I'm going to just quote him. He was saying that based on player feedback, we want to ensure each world's first race has a clean start. We're changing the release times of each activity. The Eater of Worlds will receive a 1-hour delay to ensure players have ample time to download and install the Destiny 2 update 1.2.3 when it becomes available. Spire of Stars has been delayed 24 hours to offset the activity releases. So, and I think this is something you run across, I think, in any large game or MMO scale or something like it. Heck, you probably saw it, maybe even something like this when you played WoW. Maybe a certain special instance, or if it was like a seasonal race or something, basically ensuring everybody gets the starting gun at the same time. It's that simple. So, all that being said, I don't play Destiny 2. I played 1 a bit. I was hoping to get into it. I didn't pull the draw, though. Anthem's the game I'm really hoping that gives me that kind of action shooter, draw into all this. But yeah, hey, if you're into staying on top of Destiny stuff, I think that's a little piece of news you might want to know. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
The MMO light, which is basically becoming a genre, which Anthem is going to be a part of. So this is the kind of, now I don't play Destiny 2 as well, so I don't have too much of a reference. Stuff like this bothers me though, just because you have to walk a line.
Yeah.
I come from the WoW era, what started when that came out. So, but that game was so huge.
Yeah.
To be in one of the 1%, one of the top rating guilds, and be a top raider and such. I mean, you'd almost never even see these people.
Right.
I guess you start telling me about releasing things at certain times, and that can be fine. But tell me what prestiges are.
Yeah. Just as far as what you do.
Yeah, like what are they for Destiny 2? I'm assuming this is some form of leveling.
They're raids.
They're called prestiges?
Yeah, or prestige raids, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
But yeah,
I guess this can be okay. I don't know. I mean, with MMO lights, this has got to be a hard line to walk, because I mean, you're going to have those people that just throw themselves in the game, and then you're going to have those that don't. And when it comes down to it, ultimately they need to make a decision based on keeping their current players happy, while at the same time not alienating new players that are coming in. It's a tough one, and I know they're trying. I know some companies are really trying to push the MMO light, and trying to make it a thing. And this is part of what worries me about it. I guess I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but this kind of talk just bothers me.
Yeah, it's tough when you talk about translating things that are so integral to MMOs to sort of lighten it into a more thinned down version, maybe to fit a shooter, maybe to fit a more action heavy game, whatever you're doing. Because let's look at it. A raid, and as you well know, especially if you want to be one of the first groups to clear it, or you want to go for top 1% world's first, this is top of the top tier content you can hope to do. And doing so with a solid team, with a geared, competent team, and going for your early clears is something that is sort of that, one of those big coveted goals in MMOs. And when these raids hit, either from a new expansion or a new piece of content comes out, it doesn't happen instantly. I know in FF14, there's always a race for world's first clear. It's just like any major MMO, of course. And you will have some fast clears, of course. But
I've been there.
And you've been there, yeah.
I've done a few server firsts back in my day. Not world first, but server first.
Right.
That's a race too.
No, it is.
That's
it is
hard.
It is.
That's not any easier. Well, no, I'm not going to say it's not any easier, but it's definitely hard in itself. So that being so, is this kind of like a tier thing? Because I mean, like from WoW, you'd have your expansion, and then there would be various tiers. There'd be like tier 4, 5, 6, 7 of rating.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Tier 4 would come out, then later tier 5, then later tier 6. But I mean, these are like major content patches.
Yeah, and this is the bumped up like difficulty for these.
Oh, so it's the same content but different, but a higher difficulty.
Right.
That's dumb. That's not the concept's not dumb, but holding it's dumb.
Right.
Like giving people a chance to catch up, is that what it is?
More of making sure when this drops and when this actually comes out that you set people like that the race clock begins at the same time. That's why this kind of took me aback a bit, because I kind of thought about that, and I'm like, download speed or whatever else. I mean, in MMOs, it's just kind of, you just go, man. It is what it is. Like, I
guess I'm kind of old school. Look, if you're one of those guys that can spend 20 of your 24 hours a day in an MMO and you're able to just kick ass and take names like that, that's fine. You're dedicating yourself to this. But there's no reason like Joe Schmo Schlub, who plays 30 minutes twice, every other day, should be on the same level as you.
Right.
There just isn't. And the problem with that is that if you give Joe Schmo a chance to catch up, that's very frustrating. You'll lose hardcore fans that way.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is they specifically market this as ensuring each of the world's first races has a clean start. But hey, that's especially if you come.
Why didn't it have a clean start to begin with? It kind of feels to me like that's almost a reverse.
Right.
They had a clean start when the game started.
Right. So this is this is some classic, I think, old school MMO styles and feels meets the new way of looking at content and how you consider a race clock. How should that be defined? An MMO light versus MMO. It's interesting. It's one of many contrasts we're gonna keep seeing as I think both keep expanding their own genre.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, no, and I don't know all the specifics on this, and I'm looking at this through the lenses that I know of, but stuff like this would be infuriating and WoW.
Right. It would.
I mean, content patches like what I was talking about, different tiers, that would be about every 6 months.
Right.
And, different difficulties were all released at one time. This is dumb.
Sort of the way, FF14 Stair Steps, its releases that way too. Like roughly every 3 or so, you're going to get an update, major update. Actually, I think it's every. Yeah, I want to say 3 and 1.5. I was about to say 3 and 6 for the really large updates, but I mean, it's enough. Like, you usually get with the smaller updates, you get new dungeons, new crafting recipes, some new areas, maybe some new relic quest, some new things for crafters, gatherers, all that. Maybe a little bit of main story, and then for the major releases, you get additional raid content. Much larger expansions to main story, everything you imagine in MMO. So
manage your shit better, Bungie.
Oh man,
game I'll never play.
Rumble. All right, hey, the other part of the show we want to talk about today, dedicating this to, is the things that we're looking for for the rest of this year. That's TV shows, games, movies. Put it all in one big bag. What do you get? You get a top 5 from each of us.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Shut up. Ant-Man and the Wasp has been out now, and I'm sure some people are like, well, what am I gonna do? That's the last MCU movie for the year, and they're right. So what? But there's other things to do.
Oh yeah.
There's so we've got movies, we've got TV shows, we've got games. This is our top 5. What we're looking forward to for the rest of this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to go for? You always go first.
I do.
I'm going to go first.
All right.
I'm just throwing it down.
Number 5.
Or do you really want to go first?
No, I don't. You're good.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5 for me is Creed 2.
That makes sense.
Very much looking forward to this. We talked a lot. Was that just last week or the week before we talked? I think it was the week before. I don't know. We recently spoke about this with the trailer that came out. Looking forward to them returning to this story that is pushing 30 plus years old.
Wow.
Killmonger.
Mm-hmm.
Taking his revenge on Black Panther. No. on Drago, son versus son,
Yeah.
second generation versus second generation. Very very much. I like the fact that in this teaser trailer we did not really get any good looks at Drago's son and what he's going to be like and what he's going to be about. Because I hope he's
I'm glad too.
Yeah, I'm hope he's a little bit more than in Drago being who and what he was in the 80s and for the movie was fine being as paper thin of a one-dimensional character.
Yeah.
That was fine. It worked.
Yeah.
It worked, but I'm hoping for I don't want to say a complex three-dimensional character because I could do without that. I could, but if they do it right, that's fine. But something a bit more in depth.
No, sure.
This time around. But I'm very much looking forward to this. I mean, I've been watching these stories since I was a kid. So
there you go.
The franchise continues.
It doesn't get much more iconic than this, does it? I mean, you always point back to, at least you see callbacks to Rocky IV in film, and there's a good old famous phrase about Rocky into the Cold War, stuff like that. I love it. I love it. There's always a. You got to forgive me. I'm forgetting the movie, and remind me. I'm gonna link you this at some point. There's another movie that I should Dolph Lundgren. There's another movie that he was in shortly after Rocky that people like to meme and reference. This was what happened to Drago after Rocky. He goes in this bar completely hammered and starts like singing in Russian and knocks a few people out. I'll link it. It was funny. It had nothing to do with Rocky, of course, but everyone likes to colloquially say, this is what happened after Rocky. Anyway. No, good pick. That looks to be a cool movie. My number 5 is a game because I've got a lot of hope for this. And that hope's probably going to just get that bubble bursted and explode, but I really hope because I'd love to spend time in this. So my number 5, and I'm looking forward to seeing, it's Anthem.
Wait, you can't pick Anthem.
Well, we said games, TVs, and movies, right?
This year.
Oh, yeah, it's 2019, isn't it?
It's close, but yeah, it's 2019, but it's close.
I kept thinking it was. That's my bad. That is my bad. Let me say this then, okay? I'll spend this on the movies then. Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph?
That will become my 5.
I forgot that's even coming out. We don't have that on the list currently.
We don't. Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. That's going to be in November. End of November.
You know that's going to be a porno. They're gonna make a spoof off of that.
I'm gonna wreck it. Oh man. No, the did you saw the first Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
Did you? It was fun.
I know it. That's actually on my list of movies that I should see, and weird because it's a Pixar Disney,
right?
Which I don't seek out, but that one I should.
Yeah. This one looks right along the line. Same kind of goofy humor and goofy references and stuff like that. I know what really drew me to the first one was seeing Zangief in a self-help session with like Bison and like Dr. Eggman was just priceless. So love it. Looking forward to it. This should be a lot of fun. In the same year that we get stuff like Incredibles, so it's a good year for this.
Do you want me to cover for a few minutes while you redo your list?
I've already got it here because I'm prepared like that. We're good. I literally just bumped it.
Okay,
that's my 5.
Oh, that would have been awesome if you would have Kingdom Hearts on there. I would have called a foul and thrown a flag.
Foul! I wanted to have Kingdom Hearts on there.
Yes, you did. I wanted Bunch Crunch in my tummy. One of us won, one of us lost.
2 boxes down, man. 2 boxes down.
That's right. Okay, my number 4, and I would be surprised if this is not on your list. In fact, I would be surprised if we don't mirror each other too much at this point. Soul Calibur 6.
Ah, of course. Yeah.
Is that on your list?
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay. Soul Calibur 6, looking forward to getting back into the fighting games again. Looking forward to getting my hands on my girl Taki. Yes, I mean that in every way you want to take it.
You're gonna have to embrace those Tekken style rage arts and super combos, though, man.
I mean, I have to embrace them. I may have to deal with them, but But yeah, Soul Calibur 6, yeah, gaming has just been missing for me lately. And so I'm very much looking forward to this now that comes out in October.
Yeah, no, for sure. As we talked about too, Soul Calibur is one that we both enjoyed. Chris is more in the MK and weaponry side. I follow. I got a pretty open palette. I do really.
I'm also in the Taki category.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, because there's also the Ivy category and the Cassandra category and the others too. My bad. My bad.
No, well, that's a thing though.
It is. No, it is. No, it is. I feel you. I'm on that roller coaster all the way from anime fighters to 3D fighters to other 2D fighters. Like I'm crazy about fighting games in general. Soul Calibur is no exception. The last one I think really I played 4. I think because a lot of my friends were playing that.
I'm glad that they're kind of doing this as a reboot because I stopped following the series.
Mm-hmm.
There was good reason for that. That thing really went off the rails.
It did.
Really just went off the rails, and watching that, and being a fan of the original Soul Edge, and I played a couple of the Soul Caliburs as well. Spent a lot of time on one of them. I think it was number 2.
Yeah.
But I look at 4 and 5, and I'm like, especially 5. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they correct a lot of this. This one, if you don't know, takes place, I believe, it's the time span of 1 and 2.
Right.
It starts immediately after Soul Edge, which I'm glad they're not redoing because that is a classic that stands on its own.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and it should. It still should. I still laugh about that. The Dreamcast is long defunct, but I look back at all the classic games that came out of that, and I'm like, man.
Yeah, they pushed hard.
They did, and there's few systems that you can say that for. Most of the time when you have a series of really good releases like that, that's enough to hold a console up pretty well for a pretty good while, but hey, not DC.
They had an exclusive Mortal Kombat game too. Well, Mortal Kombat Gold, which was Mortal Kombat 4.
I remember MK Gold.
They had exclusive characters in there as well, like Baraka and I think another one, and the graphics were better than what were out in the arcade. Whew. At the time. No, there was a big time heavy push on Dreamcast. They sunk a lot of money in that. That's why they didn't really come out the other side.
Yeah. This was Sega's big hurrah. It was literally go big or go home. They ended up going home, but this was in an era that we're moving over and transitioning to disc based. You've got the Sony PlayStation out there and everything. It really just upped the bar for what to expect and the kind of
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Code Veronica,
which they had the exclusive to for years.
They did. I remember the Marvel v Capcom series for crossover games, especially MVC. Dude, MVC2 Dreamcast was one of the first places a lot of people even played that. Like, the list goes on and on. It's just a shame. It's a shame. So, but no, we're digging into Soul Calibur so much here because that was actually next on my list.
That's your 4?
Yeah, that was my 4. So,
all right.
No, we're right. We're standing right, shoulder to shoulder on that one.
Need some Taki in my life.
If I had a choice, let's see. As mains, the closest thing I ever had to main was Siegfried, because I really like his stances, and I like his stance canceling. But I guess that's like a general trend because I tend to like stance canceling characters in fighting games. I don't know. Just a thing.
What I'm liking about this, I've been watching enough videos of it at this point, exhibitions.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen enough talking now where her moveset is. I'm a little jarred at how similar it is to what it had always been.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that's going to be good for me because it's been so long, but maybe for other fans, it might be a little disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care about them, but I'm just saying.
It could shake some people up a bit. But let's face it, man. I mean, this just looks awesome. I remember that when I first, having 2 hands-on demos with this, one at PAX and one at Combo Breaker.
Oh, that's right, you played it.
Yep, seen it live. It's awesome. Runs smooth and everything. Can't wait. So, all right.
I'm mad at you now.
Hey, we're still gonna be in the same footing because I really didn't practice anything. So,
yeah. All right, my number 3.
Number 3.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Bravo.
My
Bravo.
number 3.
Bravo.
I mean, we'd already talked about it. I really don't know what else to say. I'm looking forward to see what they do with this ridiculously large storyline and how they adapted it. I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, that's probably that is actually probably the number 1 movie for me for the rest of the year.
Right on. Now, you're going to find this one a little bit higher in my list. I'll go ahead and spoil that. But my number 3 is on the film lines here, and this is for a little something that James Cameron has coming out. I think you know where I'm going with this. I'm equally worried as I am excited for this because I love the source material so much, and that's
it took me a second.
Yeah, Battle Angel Aleta. Just going back with some of the history here, I remember when I first stumbled on the series in Barnes and Noble. It was I was still in. I think I just started undergraduate, and I just saw this amazing cover. It had these like cybernetic, like partially destroyed, like angel wings on this character who had like this kind of like weird cyborg variant about it. I'm like, what is this? Like, because the art was just sick. And I just started reading, and I got hooked on the spot. I picked up at least like the 5 volumes that they had. Now, I first started reading Aleta Last Order. Last Order is actually the series that comes after the original manga, but it was written so well, and it was such a well-told story that I didn't need the first material to go. In fact, I went back, and then I read the source material after the full release finished for it, because I got in on Last Order as it was coming out. I think it was only up to like volume 7 when I was first reading, so I got to follow all of that through to its entirety. Go back and read the original Aleta. This is cult classic stuff, especially if you're in the kind of the genre along the lines of Ghost in the Shell. If you're a general anime fan, you might know this one had a series early on, but it was canceled. The main director of the project, he passed away, and out of respect for him, they cut the series and didn't continue it any further. But there's an episode or so out there if you actually look for it. It's really well done. It's the classic 90s style anime. This is before we had CG and everything. Just really nice, well done, hand drawn stuff along the lines of Armitage 3, Akira, stuff like that. But I can really list few anime series higher on my list than this, both for watching and for reading. So I think I'm nervous for all the right reasons about it, but
yeah, you should be.
This is something I have to go see.
Ghost in the Shell was a big old stinky flop.
That felt like a shot to the gut, by the way.
I bet.
Because oh man, dude, Ghost in the Shell is prolific. It's one of the more known anime out there, but I also credit it for one of the things that got me into anime in the first place. So,
hot chicks.
Wow. Please.
So, tentacles. I don't know.
Please.
I'm a little off today. No, I'm just kidding. So, I hope it does okay.
Yeah.
We talked about this much earlier on in the year. Not thrilled with that trailer.
Right.
But there's promise.
Yeah.
We'll see. I haven't even been keeping my eye on it, but I haven't seen anything new about it in a very long time.
No.
So maybe they decided to just kind of take it off the shelf right now, take down the previews, and do some serious retooling.
Right.
Fix the eye thing.
I think we're locked in at this point, Chris. So
yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah.
Daredevil season 3.
Cool.
Where is my Daredevil season 3? We should find out in the next couple of weeks from San Diego ComicCon, I'm pretty sure. But I want it. It's supposed to come out this year.
Oh man, this is this is one I had to play catch up with. But it was worth doing. I actually really enjoyed what we have on Netflix.
Oh my gosh! I mean, yeah, Luke Cage has been really good. Defenders was all right. I know some people thrilled there. I thought it was good. But the Daredevil stuff is pretty much the best.
I still can't get it seen out of my head, dude. The staircase.
Yeah. Staircase it's nuts, and then the hallway in the previous season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so gritty, but at the same time very hopeful.
Yeah.
You know, he's a blind man fighting crime,
It doesn't
both
get much
in and
cooler.
outside of the costume. I
And
hope Kingpin comes back. I want to see a big confrontation between them again. It's time.
Yeah. And to top it off, he's an awesome lawyer. So, look at that.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That is my number 2. I want my Daredevil
on.
season 3.
My number 2 is in the Marvel realm, and as I pointed to just a bit ago, it's not too far away from the web, and that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. For all the reasons we stated earlier in the show, absolutely can't wait to see this. So,
all right, so I think we have the same number 1 because it hasn't come up for either of us yet.
I wonder now. Okay, if it's the same, I think this will be like the 3rd time we've done this, at least.
Probably, or have gotten close.
Yeah.
All right, Spider-Man for PS4.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
No fighting here.
No. Hey, none at all. This had a stellar preview at E3. All the trailer footage, both gameplay and all the cutscenes look great. They've captured the heart and spirit of what's really the thing that's gotten us to follow Spider-Man all these years, and what we really look at when we see Peter Parker, when we see his story and his surroundings, and even cooler, a Spider-Man that's been at this gig for a bit. He's been in his shoes a while. This is not an origin story, and it looks just to be on such a sick path, and really, like, as you play this, feel like what it is to actually swing around and web swing and all that goofy stuff. Love it.
Pretty amazing. It's ever since the first visuals I've seen of it, I think over a year ago at this point. Yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be I know for you, and I have the pleasure of buying yours this year.
Thank you so much.
That's the Christmas present right there. I wish I'd be there. You're going to be like the Nintendo 64 kid.
I will.
when you get it. I'd love to see the slow-mo.
Nintendo 64. Oh, man.
That's that. So, no, what I didn't tell you is that I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna put a big scratch in the back of the
Oh, I'd lose it.
No, yeah, everything you said. This looks great. I mean, this has some serious potential. In every way. Very much looking forward to it. It's what I will be spending, I'm sure, all my waking moments on, besides working, once this thing comes out. And it'll be work, it'll be Spider-Man. We might just shut down reviews and whatever for a few days. This guy will be reviewing and be doing Let's Play with it.
Yeah.
I won't, but that's all right. But so you get to watch him fumble through it.
Yeah.
But he's a much better gamer than I am. So
you say that. I don't know, man. You say that. I bet you could kill a zombie 80 times faster than I could.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just different skill sets. Different skill sets. Because I got none of that Resident Evil juju. So
I remember talking with. I can't remember if this ended up on the show or not, but Jason and I were recently talking about zombie games and such, and he had mentioned that he had gotten his hands on one of the horrible old Resident Evil games with the horrible controls.
Oh,
and I'm just like, you take that back right now. We were talking about zombie games, and Resident Evil 2 remake came up, which hence led to the original Resident Evil 2, and I don't think that ended up on our show though. But gotcha. Yeah, I was like, I don't understand. Like, dude, that's from a different era. You weren't even born yet when that game came out.
Man, I can't help but smile thinking about convoluted control schemes. You say early RE and stuff like that. My mind automatically goes to Armored Core. Everybody complained about that, but whatever. It was its own thing. Fine with it.
Well, and so I corrected him. I'm like, I believe the control scheme you were talking about was commonly known as tank controls, and that was pretty much the only way you could do 3D back then, especially with a set camera.
Yep.
And he's like, oh. That's all right. You didn't mean to go to school, but I took you there.
You didn't know, man. You didn't know.
Back to Spider-Man PS4 though. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, this is probably going to be one of, if not the biggest game of the year.
game of the
Everyone's
year.
been looking forward to this for
Game of the
forever.
year.
I mean, this is the sales on this, especially because of the time of year with Spider-Verse, with the popularity of Marvel and
Yep.
the MCU and everything else. I mean, and if this thing sucks, holy crap, Sony, what did you do?
This this is a formula to simply win. I'm not sure how this can botch at this point. Like,
Yeah.
so
Thank you, Ditka.
yeah. And once again, man,
Or is it Ditko? Am I-
wait, Ditko.
It is Ditko. I'm
Oh.
saying Ditka.
Okay, Kako, EAIOU. I'd like to buy a vowel. Never
I thought it
mind.
was, yeah, it's all right.
It's not. This guy. All right,
Steve
man.
Ditko. Thank you, Steve Ditko, even though I've been saying your name wrong most of the show, but that's all right. I'm from the Midwest. There was a Ditko around here that was very popular.
There was. I was about to say.
That's where I'm getting it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting it. All right. Okay, so
What do you say? Let's kick it over to an info minute. Alrighty. You know, this whole spider theme and Spider-Man and Spider-Verse and all of it, I couldn't help but hit something Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, spider-related this week. 'Cause I guess I got spiders in the brain. Chris, hey, are you freaked out by spiders or not?
I used to be a lot more freaked out about spiders than I am now. Recently, that's really changed. I mean, I don't like them,
Right,
but I'm not freaked out by them. Like,
right.
I don't quite relate to those memes now. Like, you get the meme of the little kid outside the burning house. Like, I saw a spider and I killed it. Stuff like that. I don't like them.
No, can't blame you. I never been a big fan myself. It's funny I'm saying that as a lover of Spider-Man and everything related. But this is some research findings that actually came out a little earlier this week that makes them even spookier. So this just got published Thursday. This is from the University of Bristol in the UK. There's been a long-running debate if spiders could use their silk like a parachute to fly through the wind, or if it was powered by like static electricity reacting with the silk. Exactly how it worked. Now, it's been a long-running, fact. We talked about spiders jumping from going many miles, super far, hundreds upon hundreds of miles away from where they start using these little parachutes. Well, turns out that electrostatic force is involved. A team of researchers had to really back this and really got the science down, delving how it seems spiders are able to actually use and sense the electrostatic forces to make their web parachute balloons and fly with them. So when spiders launch off the ground, they float through the skies, of course, sometimes like thousands of miles. This is called the ballooning process.
By the way, I just want to mention that you first started out saying 2 to 3 miles to hundreds and now thousands
Yep,
of miles.
I'm building it up. You want me to go 10,000, 100,000? No.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm noticing the trend.
Good man. You follow. The spiders will spin about a 7 to a 13-foot long silk parachute and fly right away with that. Now, there's a previous study that had looked at this, confirming that thinking that is only involved checking the wind bearings. But as these tests were done without wind or much weather to affect it at all, the whole idea of e-fields and the use of that came to full conclusion and actually being confirmed. Now, I'm not too sure about when it comes to taxonomy and looking at genuses and precise breakdowns of like types of spiders. Don't ask me. I don't know. So some of this I might be a little off my pronunciation, but the researchers took lignifid spiders into a box and limited their air movement, but they mirrored the electric fields naturally and present that we always have in our atmosphere in normal conditions. And turns out when the electric field was on, the spiders showed a huge increase in their ability to balloon and a change in their behavior when they could actually detect this stuff was around. So spiders know, man. This is weird, but cool at the same hand. And I don't know. I just get this really bad thought of like a giant tarantula flying really far.
I don't think they even have webs, do they?
Tarantula depends. Some of the ground faring spiders, like they usually that group. They usually live really close to the ground, obviously, and they capture and kill most things there. And there's that freaky Brazilian jungle floor spider. That sucker will eat a bird. It's crazy, man.
Shut up.
No, see. That's the thing. Spiders like that. No. Flamethrower, please.
Yeah. Here's the I've never seen a flying spider. I mean, I've seen spiders, have a piece of webbing and come down from something, and that I've seen them swing around on their way. But I've never seen them make some kind of parachute. I thought Spider-Man was the only one who did that.
Yeah, I did too.
I didn't know. I really didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
and that they're like able to go into space with it. From what you're saying.
Well, not that high. They'll travel like on a current, but that they won't go subatmospheric. They can get pretty up there and fly along, man. So, and that is how they can get place to place. They don't have to sit all season. Freaky thought, man.
Jeez.
Also, if they wanted to, luckily they don't decide to eat us, or we're not small enough, because the amount of meat spiders consume, if you consider the amount of insects and stuff they kill, is insane. It's enough to dwarf the human population. It's more than our combined weight on this world. So,
what, for one spider? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I hope not.
You know what? Spiders they're nasty, they're gross, and they're just way too creepy for being so nasty and gross. So that doesn't help their style. But they're helpful most of all.
They are. At the end of the day, they're not like a mosquito or just annoy the crap out of you like a wasp. Like, you always look at one and you know that they do something. They
do.
Yeah, they'll give you a hand.
But then sometimes they like crawl on you, and it's like, why?
Yeah, why?
Get out of here.
You can be out there. Why do you want to be here?
Right. If you want to live in my house, that's fine. But don't crawl on. Don't get on my food. And don't crawl on me and my stuff.
And let's not even get started on like brown recluses and stuff. Ugh. No thanks.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, that's all I got on Line of Spiders. But hey, I hope you guys got a comment or two to leave us, or you got maybe a piece of news or something you want to sound off on. Hey, we want to hear from you. So drop us a line right in the comment section below. And of course, you're welcome to email us anytime, caseonmedia@gmail.com. Until next time, thank you all for tuning in. Very much appreciated, and we're going to catch you guys soon for San Diego Comic-Con. More of our weekly show, and also movie reviews, show reviews, and more of our gaming that's going to be coming up. Cool. Take it easy, everybody. Hey people, thank you for tuning into this episode and taking a listen. If you like our content, if you like what you're listening to, there anything to go over, hey, please, we would not only love to hear more from you, but great if you could throw some support. You can subscribe right below. Also, you can toss us a line anytime. That's caseonmedia@gmail.com. Of course, you can tune in for our channel anytime for movie reviews, game reviews, a lot of random wacky stuff. Who knows what you'll hear. And of course, our episode each week where we're bringing the nerdiest things we can find, dig up, and maybe not find. Maybe the stuff that just drops in our laps. But anyway, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We hope to hear from you again later. Take care.